guys, welcome back to another week of Mortgage Matters in Minutes. I'm Brent Rasmussen, your host here this week, and our host for 167 weeks. So today's topic we are going to talk about is buying a house in a competitive market. 2 weeks ago, we talked about the difference between a buyer's market and a seller's market, but now what happens if we want to purchase a home in a market that might not be favorable to me, the buyer, i.e. you, the buyer? And we can help guide you in some of those topics here today because while we don't practice real estate itself, we help clients and give them an idea of what the market is bringing and what it means to go out and put in offers and what that might look and feel like depending on what is going on. In the Omaha market, we talk about the spring market quite often, and that's when the grass starts turning green, it starts warming up, people start thinking about houses and where to go. A lot of that comes down to a school cycle that people started in when they went to high school, college, you name it, and it's that August to May timeframe, which causes that year to be renewed coming up here in May and June each and every year. So we're going to talk about what happens if we run into a competitive market. Number one, do you have your finances put together? Have you spoke with someone? Do you know how much income you make? Do you know how much assets do you have? Do you have a stable employment? Are you going to be in a location for a long period of time? And do you have access to all this information? If you do, then obviously goes to step two. Are you pre-approved? And not just are you pre-approved, are you understanding what kind of loan you're getting, what kind of options you have? Because what we can stress in this video is purchasing a home isn't like going to Amazon and picking out whatever widget you want to purchase. Or it's not like going to the grocery store and picking out whatever item that you need. There's competition, there's emotions, there's sellers, there's other buyers that you're competing against. There's other variables here that are slowing down your options and choices that you have to make over time. So knowing what kind of loan and what you need to do to get that offer accepted is huge, but having that pre-approval is a start. Not just having the pre-approval, but speaking with the lender to figure out where's your budget. How much money would you have or need to buy that particular house? What happens if the house goes above asking price or other offers come in a competitive market? Can you outbid those other people? Do you want to outbid those other people? So understanding what options you have make it huge because when you're in the middle of negotiations, your realtor is going to ask you about these different choices and you're going to have to give them an answer whether you can or cannot do that particular scenario. Number three is, do you understand that it is in a competitive market? I can tell you that some people want to move into this type of market saying, hey, look, it's slowed down compared to last year, the pandemic, 10 years ago. Yes, the market has slowed a little bit, but still due to supply and demand in a competitive market, there's not enough houses for the amount of people that want them. So we still see multiple offers going in on properties on certain scenarios. And do you understand what that means? Not that you need to know it in utter detail, but know in a competitive market, if you want to purchase a house, you might have to get more aggressive than you want or would like in order to get that particular home. And we see this happen still where clients, again, here this last few weeks have been putting in offers and not getting accepted because other people have come in and gotten more aggressive than their offer. So is it location? Is it the price range? Is it the area that you want to be in? And we can tell you what's going on in the market because we see other clients going through the same scenario that you happen to be going through as well too. Number four is, do we have realistic expectations? Again, being the most educated you can be going into the market. And again, here at Mortgage Specialists, we believe in education very highly. We don't want to scare anyone into buying a house saying that the market's crazy, but the market can be crazy. And I can tell you most people that are going into it to buy a house don't have any idea of what is coming up against them. And at the end of it, they said that was much more stressful than they had thought. Not that any of us made it more stressful. It's just the whole idea of, hey, I want something, and you're not sure exactly how to be able to obtain it because you don't know what the other offers are on the table. If you go to the grocery store, bananas cost this, a can of pop costs this. You don't have to compete for that price. But when you're buying a home, you don't know what other offers are out there and what other people are actually giving for incentives to get that particular property as well too. Also making sure those must-haves are fitting into your budget to make sure that you're not overbidding on something that later on you might not be able to afford. Lastly, which I think might be one of the most important things, is do you have the best team behind you? I can tell you here at Mortgage Specialists, we have experience. We have working experience with the real estate market, with realtors in the market, with doing this over and over and over for thousands of times over 25 years, but also having relationships to connect with different people along the way. If we do have a question or need a leg up, or hopefully our reputation, which it has preceded ourselves, will obtain that offer for you versus another competitor that might not have as much experience. I can also share with you having the more experienced realtor makes an enormous difference. I know a lot of times clients want to use their cousin or their friend that just got in the business, but many a times they haven't been through negotiations enough to understand what the entire market brings. And having an experienced team that's talking and working together as a whole is huge. Where I can share many times I see even my clients, real estate doing their own thing and not communicating, or vice versa with other people. Lender isn't communicating with the real estate agent. To know what everybody is doing to make sure we're on the same page for you, the client that wants to purchase a new home. I'm Brent Rasmussen, owner of Mortgage Specialists here. Love to answer any questions. You can reach out to us anytime at 402-991-5153, or you can check us out on our website at mtg-specialists.com. Have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you here next time. Mortgage Specialists. Driven, trusted, reliable.